Today I am going to teach you about the metal reactivity series. This is also known as reactivity series of metals. It is based on displacement reaction of metals, which has already been discussed. When we are discussing about the displacement reaction, we see that more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its salt solution. Just as when zinc granules are added to the aqueous blue colored solution of copper sulfate, the blue color of the copper sulfate gradually faded away. This fading of blue color of copper sulfate solution is due to the gradual replacement of copper 2 ions from the solution by zinc ions. How zinc ions are generated? When zinc granules are added in the solution, zinc atoms lose 2 of their outermost electrons and form Zn++ ions. The electrons lost by zinc atoms are gained by copper 2 ions already present in the copper sulfate solution, by which copper ions get reduced and form copper metal atoms. These copper metal atoms get collected at the bottom of the beaker in which the solution has been taken. Now, zinc gets converted into zinc sulfate and copper metal is obtained as a reddish brown metal. So, this is an example of displacement reaction. Depending on such displacement reactions of different metals relative to each other, a series of metals has been developed or formed in which the different metals are arranged in the decreasing order of their chemical reactivity, that is electron losing tendency. You already know that the reactivity or the activity of metals are governed by the electron losing tendency or the reducing power of the metals. Greater the electron losing tendency of metals, more will be the reactivity of metal. So, the more reactive metals has tendency to displace the less reactive metal from its salt solution, and when a set of number of such reactions are performed, relative reactivities of different metals has been obtained, and different metals are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivities. This column of metals in which the most reactive metal occupies the highest position and the least reactive metal occupies the bottom position in this series of metals or the column of metals. See here some common elements, that is some most common metals are placed in the reactivity series, which are commonly used in the chemical studies of the classes like class 10th and 11th, 12th and so on. So, among the various common metals, the most reactive metal, that is potassium. Potassium is placed at the top of this series, and below this potassium, other metals are arranged in the following sequence, that is, just below potassium there is sodium, below sodium barium, then calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, cobalt, nickel, tin and lead. These are the different metals arranged one below another. Just beneath or just below the lead, hydrogen has been placed along with these metals in this series. Now you may be very much disguised that why hydrogen has been placed along with different metals in this series. What is the purpose of placing hydrogen there? Although hydrogen is a non-metal, it is because hydrogen here makes a boundary line between the more reactive and less reactive metals as compared to hydrogen. I think you already know that hydrogen is a non-metallic element, but it has tendency to lose electrons as well as gain electrons. By losing electrons, hydrogen can form hydrogen ions, that is cations, H plus ions, which is commonly known as protons. Whereas hydrogen has also tendency to accept one electron to form the nearest inert gas configuration of helium and forms the H minus ion, that is hydride ion. Here we are interested to accept the electron losing tendency of hydrogen atom or the element hydrogen. See here, the metals lying above hydrogen in this series have a special properties of removing H plus ions from the solutions, aqueous solution of dilute acids like dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, and even some organic acids also. So, the metals having greater electron losing tendency as compared to hydrogen have ability to remove H plus ions from the dilute solutions. That is why when zinc granules are added to the dilute hydrochloric acid, hydrogen gas is liberated, forming zinc chloride, the chloride of zinc, a salt. In the same way, when aluminum is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid, what happens? Aluminum chloride will be formed. So, all the metals like lead, tin, nickel, cobalt, iron, zinc, aluminum, magnesium, calcium, barium, sodium and potassium, they all have tendency to displace hydrogen atom or hydrogen ions from the aqueous solution of mineral acids like hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, that is dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid. But the metals just below hydrogen, the metals just below hydrogen cannot displace hydrogen ions from the dilute acids like copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum. Copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum. These are very less reactive metals as compared to the metals lying above hydrogen in the activity series. So, these metals have very less tendency to lose electrons, and their electron losing tendencies are very lower than the electron losing tendency of hydrogen. That is why they do not displace hydrogen from the dilute acids and do not liberate hydrogen gas, or you may say that no reaction will occur in this case. For example, when copper is added, copper turnings are added to the dilute hydrochloric acid, no reaction would take place. No reaction take place. Why? Because the copper ion or copper atoms are not able to lose electrons in this dilute hydrochloric acid. So, this is the general form of a chemical activity series of metals or chemical reactivity series of the metals. Now, there are certain features of this reactivity series. What are the common features of reactivity series? Just I have told you that the metals lying above the hydrogen have tendency to replace hydrogen gas from the dilute acids or liberate hydrogen gas when treated with dilute acids. Just like when potassium, sodium, barium, calcium, magnesium, etc. are treated with hydrochloric acid, they liberate hydrogen gas like this. See here, when zinc is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid, we get zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. Similarly, when magnesium is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid, we get magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas is also liberated here. In the same way, when iron is treated with dilute sulfuric acid, we will have ferrous sulfate as a product and hydrogen gas is liberated along with this. So these are the features of the metal reactivity series, in which the metals lying above hydrogen have tendency to lose electrons more rapidly as compared to hydrogen and liberate hydrogen gas. But if we write the reaction of the metals lying below the hydrogen, just like when copper is added to dilute hydrochloric acid, no reaction takes place. Similarly, when zinc granules are added to dilute sulfuric acid, no reaction takes place. Ag, not zinc, but silver. When silver is added to dilute sulfuric acid, no reaction would occur. In the same way, gold, platinum and mercury do not displace hydrogen from the dilute acids. Another property of metal reactivity series is that the more reactive metals can displace the less reactive metal from its salt solution, but the less reactive metal cannot displace the more reactive metal from the salt solution. Just like when zinc granules are added to the solution of copper sulfate, copper is displaced by zinc. But contrast to this, when copper is added to zinc sulfate solution, zinc cannot be displaced. In the same way, when silver is added to copper sulfate solution, silver is not displaced here. On the same way, we can say that when gold is added to silver nitrate solution, silver is not displaced. But copper is added to silver nitrate solution, silver will be displaced. So these are the various properties of metals reactivity series. See few examples here. Just like copper sulfate, in a copper sulfate solution, when zinc granules are added, zinc sulfate aqueous plus copper metal, but when in the solution of zinc sulfate, when copper is added, no reaction takes place. So this is all about the metal reactivity series. Thank you.